Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Nance.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Garland. And it's Nance in at the pivot, manning the middle. B-Train out there with Shorty. Then it's D. Then there's Slim. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Here's Osman. Clarkson surveying the floor. From 13 feet, it goes down.
I'll tell you, tremendous concentration by Jordan Clarkson. This guy is not going to be deterred.
To the inside and stolen by Love. Here's Osman. To the middle. Here's Nance. Connects in the foul line jumper.
We are talking about a long, athletic big man in Larry Nance Jr. Now add the mid-range jumper. Look out.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
One shot.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Now here's Love. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Another whistle, and he's got to be careful with his foul situation.
Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Passes to B-Train. Here's Shorty. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For Cleveland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Osman. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Clarkson finds Nance. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. And they turn over the 21st-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And now let's see which rookies have been leading the freshman class in steals since the All-Star break. And you look at Shorty, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Mr. Moves.
And they've turned the pressure up a notch since the halfway point. I think the confidence has grown, and they're taking some gambles, and it's paying off.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's Shorty. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Man, what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Henson's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for Clarkson. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Thompson outside. The dish now to Sexton. Right wing. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Chan. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here's Thompson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
1:37 left to play in the first. Basket counts.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Henson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Osman. Lets the three fly. It's not going to go for him. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up is on Colin Sexton.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Big Smooth. He's checked in for Slim. Zizic has checked in for Cleveland. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And here is Garland. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And John Henson with the slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Now the pass to Slaughter. Good on the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Here's Osman, and that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. Big Daddy's checked in for ball. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Garland, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Passes it to Slaughter. Lays it up off the glass. Big Smooth got 5 points so far.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The home team, they're up by 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Zizic in at the center. Now here's Garland. He's covered by Thompson. Garland kicks to Sexton. That 3 off the mark.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Left side, Love. Lock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From deep. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Pass to B. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never at any level been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Now here's Sexton. D right on him. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Clarkson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got 5 now.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
The Big Daddy passes to B. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Clarkson dishes to Sexton. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You can see right there the strength Colin Sexton brings to the point guard position. Plays right through that contact for the end one. What I love about Colin Sexton, guys, is he's super aggressive. He knows speed and athleticism are his advantage, and he makes great use of both of those things.
Shorty, he's checked in for B. And the 8th pick back in 2018, Sexton with all the physical tools, Doris, you look for at the point guard position.
Yes, Kevin, but like most young players, there is still a lot to learn for Colin. Some of his vets were not shy about saying that early on. This young man has got time. He's got to put his head down and go to work.
6 to shoot. The pass to Shorty. There's the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Shorty's got his second basket of the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pass to Sexton. Jump shot is good. Sexton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, there is strength and athleticism to be able to make contested shots. Colin Sexton, he's got both.
Passes it to Slaughter. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, Greg, you cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Love. Jacks up a 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, this is one of Kevin Love's go-to shots now. Early in his career, a low post game. Now he's lethal from distance.
And there's the pass to Aguilar. And good that time.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Ball's knocked loose. Here we go, all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. B-Train's got his first 2 points of the night.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Here's Nance, and it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. For the Cavaliers, Henson's checked in for Nance. And it's Garland in for Kevin Love. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, here's Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Clarkson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Passes to Money. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Garland, the pass to Henson. 51 seconds left in the first half. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Zizic has checked in for the Cavaliers. .46 seconds left now here in the second. Sexton and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Baller passes to Aguilar. 16 feet away. It's deflected. Garland with it. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
First free throw is good.
I think it's hard not to be excited about Colin Sexton's future. This is a young guard with, and you know he's already got athleticism and scoring ability.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
On the wing, Thompson. There's the triple. Good on the 3-point shot. Thompson's got 7.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And so it's the home team. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And their 3-point shooting has paved the way for them. Back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Taking a look at this home squad. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Shorty out there at B-Train. Then there's Slim. Then it's D. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Gotten all but one of the three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Garland the pass to Clarkson. Pass to Nance. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. Got a piece of it. To the left side wing. D knocks down the 3 ball. D's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Big Smooth, he's checked in for Slim. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
Oh, Nance in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's B-Train, and he finishes the break with a lay-in. B-Train's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now Garland. Just 4 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Garland's got 6 points. Gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's D. Drops in the tray. 11 points in the game.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Here's the teardrop. Count that bucket. Here's Shorty. He's got 8.
Timeout, timeout.
For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Henson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Sexton in for Jordan Clarkson. Thompson is double. To the wing on the left. Here's the beast. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. 9 points in the game so far. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. With a quick break in the action, let's go to our rookie leaderboard and see which shooters have been the most efficient in the season's second half. Well, you look at B-Train, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, D. Just 2 spots up. He also shoots the ball so well. One of the best.
You know, both scoring with tremendous efficiency, especially since the break. I mean, finding those holes in the defense has paid big dividends.
Thompson surveying the floor. Stolen by Thompson. Osman, the pass to Sexton. Softly
The ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
1:46 left in the third quarter.
Guys, what you love about Tristan Thompson, he never lets up off the offensive glass. He is thirsty for offensive boards.
Here's T. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the rebound rate steadily climbing for Tristan Thompson, Doris, in recent seasons.
Yeah, so much so, Kevin, that he set a career high back in 2018-19. You think about over the last 4 years, he has averaged more rebounds than points.
Baller, he's checked in for deep. A switch here also for Cleveland. Zizic has checked in for Jetty Osman. Here's Garland. He's got 8, 6 to shoot. That's tipped. Here's Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. Gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Thompson with the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Garland dishes to Sexton. There's the pass to Garland. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Oh, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Will it go? Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's the home team, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Zizic out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Clarkson in at the 3 slot. Pass to Zizic. Clock at 6. Tries it from 19, and he hits the jump shot.
Well, you can give them a steady diet of pick and roll because if Jordan Clarkson gets downhill, it's trouble.
Here's Thompson. Cavaliers with the rebound. And here's Sexton. People look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Kevin Love's checked in for Garland. Clarkson with the ball. Love outside. Back to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Has to be trying. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Zizic. That one falls. Zizic has got his first bucket of the night. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Thompson passes to Aguilar. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Garland kicks to Love. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's B-Train. He's covered by Clarkson. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's 11 points for Shorty.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
It's blocked.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Shoots from 14, and the shot goes in.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. He kicks it to Nance. Over to the left wing. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, it's Cleveland. And so here's the home team. The pass to Aguilar. Down low. Passes it to B-Train. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Here's Osman. Some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live, because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. 59 seconds left in the 4th. Now Garland. Baseline J on the way, and he drops that one in.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Shot clock at 6. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
And so they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.